Hello to the students of Greensburg High School out there in Greensburg, Indiana. I am Carolyn Porco, planetary scientist and a veteran of the Voyager mission to the outer solar system in the 1980s. And for the past 27 years or more, I have been the leader of the Cassini imaging team. That is the imaging team on the Cassini mission that went to Saturn and concluded its mission there about 3 years ago. Your teacher, John Pratt, got in touch with me and thought it would be a great thing for me to give all of you a tip on what it would take to become a planetary scientist, thinking that this would help ease the boredom and the tension and all that we all have to go through in enduring quarantining at our homes during this awful pandemic. So I agreed to do this, and I'm going to tell you now about planetary science. So planetary science is, not surprisingly, the study of planets. The planets in the solar system and the Earth included. And these days, because we're discovering so many planets around other stars, I would say in general it could include the study of exoplanets too. Certainly exoplanetary scientists have to understand planetary science. So because it is the study of planets, planetary science has a lot of subdisciplines. It includes things like planetary geology, understanding how the land masses and even the ocean floor, in the case of our planet, why they look the way they do, and how that's related to the activities and the processes that are going on below the surface in the interior of the planet. I'm thinking, for example, plate tectonics on Earth. That's one of the things that makes our planet unique. And plate tectonics derive from the motions of the molten mantle. That's the layer of molten material in the Earth right below the crust. And because that mantle material moves, it drags the pieces of crust on the surface along with it. That's part of planetary science. Another part of planetary science, in the case of the Earth, would include oceanography, understanding the oceans and their motions and their compositions and so on. Another element would be meteorology, understanding the atmosphere, why it moves, its wind speeds, thunderstorms, hurricanes and cyclones and all the things we associate with atmospheric phenomena. That's part of planetary science. And it would also include, in the case of the outer planets in our solar system, it would include the study of their moons and everything about their moons that I just mentioned for the Earth, where the moons have land masses and they have atmospheres, and in the case of Titan, they have surface oceans. So all that would be included in planetary science. And also, the first thing I ever studied for my thesis and then right out of my graduate degree was planetary rings, like Saturn's rings, and understanding the phenomena that go on inside them and why they look the way they do, and why the particles in them move around the way they do, and how all those features that we see in Saturn's rings come about. So all of that is planetary science. And so when we undertake a mission to go to another planet, you will find on the teams that are called together, the teams of scientists that are responsible for returning the information and studying it and doing the science with it, you will find among those teams people who specialize in planetary geology and meteorology and planetary rings and geophysics and so on. And at the basis of planetary science is really the study of physics. Physics is the most basic of the physical sciences. And I think of physics as being, the study of life. And I don't mean life in terms of living versus non-living. I just mean life being everything that we see, the cosmos. It's the basics in understanding the cosmos. That is what physics is, understanding its laws, understanding the equations that have been derived to describe the laws. And so if you want to think about becoming a planetary scientist, then I would also seriously consider really understanding physics. Take it in school, read books about it, practice it. And it's really a very thrilling thing to learn, because you're learning what makes the universe tick when you learn physics. And along with knowing physics, you of course need to know mathematics, because the language of physics is mathematics. And so physics and math go hand in hand. They would form the foundation of any of the other physical sciences that you wanted to study. If, for example, you changed your mind and didn't want to do planetary science, you could do something else. Physics and math are the foundation. So that's my tip for you. And I'll just say I had a fantastic, exciting, exhilarating career. I feel very lucky that I am a scientist, and I feel almost like a high priestess who's, listening for all those magical things that the universe has to tell us. And it's just been wonderful. It's like living in a land of enchantment. So good luck to all of you at Greensburg High School. And let's hope we all can endure through this terrible pandemic and come out on the other side wiser and ready to go. Bye-bye.